Welcome back, I'm Jack, and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts playthrough. It has been a while since I've got on with this. Oh dear, controls. What is? No. Okay, sorry about this. There we go. I don't know. Have I been playing the playthrough like this? I don't know. Anyway, let's get back on with it. So, now, it has been a while since I uploaded a video, and I said, like, not that long ago actually, that I was soon going to have a lot of free time and I'd be capable of making more videos. I haven't been completely idle, okay? I have been making videos. The issue is, the video I'm working on is a very big, long video, and I haven't had time to record for the playthrough, which is why we're only getting this now. I have an opportunity now, so we'll probably get a few more videos of the playthrough out before too long, but I've just been kind of busy. I am job hunting right now, and that's a lot harder than, you know, your parents and that might make it sound, but, so, yeah, just life issues are still going on, even though I swore I would have more free time, and I technically do to get these things done, so I just really need to put the time and effort into getting more stuff out. But don't worry, there is something coming on the way. It's just, the video I'm working on is quite big, so it's quite time consuming to make, and yeah, when it comes out though, I'm sure it'll be worth the effort, it'll be worth all the payoff and all that. Anyway, this is me just being a bit updatey about everything that's going on. This area here, I gotta say, is pretty annoying, because of all the verticality and the flying enemies. You know, flying enemies in general are a nuisance because they have an advantage you don't. What's going on? Camera, no. Camera, no. I think the worst part about this area is the camera getting stuck, which is definitely very annoying. But, oops, there we go. But I do like the verticality of the level, this area here. I like the reliance on jumping and things. What's really annoying is these platforms getting in the way of your hit. Your combo gets interrupted before you can even land a hit, and oh, these ghosts are annoying. Right, where were we? Oops. I like the platforming aspect of this, but the fighting aspect in tandem with it doesn't really work very well. There's a level kind of like, well, not like this, but it reminds me of this a bit in Birth by Sleep in deep space, with a bunch of gravity controls and things, and that's a lot of fun. Oops. Ah, this camera. But yeah, it doesn't really work so well here, does it? Come on, Kingdom Hearts 1, don't show your age that much. Oh, these guys. Honestly, I would take the maze of Monstro over these fighting bits with these guys in this area. You don't technically have to do all that. I could seriously just skip all these guys and jump up to the stomach, but by now you must know that's not how I roll. These are heartless. They have hearts they gotta be freed. Enemies that can't be allowed to run free, even in the belly of a whale, where they can do no harm. How did the heartless even get here? I'm guessing following Riku and Maleficent, you know? You gotta wonder though, maybe Monstro just eats them. You know, gotta think about Monstro must have a heart. He's got heartless inside him. I mean, we only jump around like his mouth and his stomach and his throat and some chambers. Like, what are we inside his brain? But where's his heart? You reckon the heartless could get at that? Take Monstro's heart? That'd be one heck of a heart, I gotta say.
Hey, let Pinocchio go, Riku.
A puppet that's lost its heart to the heartless. Maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi. How about it, Sora? Let's join forces to save her. We can do it together. What? You'd rather fight me? Over a puppet that has no heart?
Heart or no heart, at least he still has a conscience.
Conscience?
You might not hear it, but right now it's loud and clear. And it's telling me you're on the wrong side.
Then you leave me no choice.
Unfortunately, the showdown will have to be brought to a halt while we return to Adventures with Pinocchio and Jiminy.
I'm not gonna make it.
Adventures of Melodrama.
Oh. I guess I'm okay.
How does the logic of Pinocchio's nose growing work? I never understood that Pinocchio's nose was growing there, because it doesn't even grow that much. I couldn't even tell that his nose had grown back in the day. And besides, I was a bit too preoccupied to really think about that stuff or notice that stuff when this guy showed up. This is not a well-liked boss fight, and for good reason. But at the same time, it's pretty inventive, and I actually do quite like it. So when you take him down, you can tear into his stomach thing here. Also, I did a bit of grinding, I think, between the last video, so if anyone's like vigilantly trying to check up and see what my stats are like or anything, you may again see that I'm a little stronger or something. I can't remember if I got any new abilities or not. Again, it's been too long since I got back to doing this. I do enjoy doing it though, and I gotta say, again and again, rest assured guys, this playthrough is gonna get done. I guess I'm a bit ahead of the curve by this point, because check this out, I'm wailing on this guy and, oops, I'm not really presenting much of a challenge. Despite that thing. Ignore that, that didn't happen. Oops. He is a difficult boss, but I think I'm just at a stage where the difficulty of him doesn't really bother me. I mean, I don't even have to heal because Donald's got my back. There we go, already done. What a charming battle that was, eh? Huh. That is a lot harder. Trust me, it is. I kind of made it look easy though, didn't I? Well then. If you're behind the curve, if you're not very high level for this boss fight, it is a pain. Trust me, it's very painful.
Riku! Riku, where are you?
You saw him disappear into a dark portal. Well, no wait, you didn't actually, because the Heartless kind of blocked your view. Yeah, kind of think of it, yeah. Sort of didn't see Riku go into the dark portal, but he kind of did have a skirmish with him where he was like, "You're on the wrong side," and that's pretty much, well, the start actually. That's only the very first step in the two of their friendship, you know, relationship kind of falling apart, which is very tragic. But let's not forget the third wheel here.
So, Kairi's like a lifeless puppet now?
Precisely.
And her heart was...
Taken by the Heartless, no doubt.
Tell me, what can I do?
There are 7 maidens of the purest heart. We call them the Princesses of Heart. Gather them together, and a door will open to the heart of all worlds. Within lies untold wisdom.
And that's about as much as we know about Kingdom Hearts.
There you will surely find a way to recover Kairi's heart.
Like, that just seems to be the
Now,
thing about Kingdom Hearts.
I
It's
grant
just,
your
you get
mind.
Kingdom Hearts, and you can do anything. And we don't want the villains to get it because,
The Heartless.
well, they're villains. If they get a power that lets them do pretty much anything, then that's not good. That's not good at all.
Soon, Kairi. Soon.
Soon. Power to control the Heartless gives you green gases. Very green. Someone noted that because you go up that chamber tunnel thing into the stomach, doesn't that technically mean Monstro's upside down? Which is an interesting theory, but I'm not really too... I don't really care too much about that stuff. I don't really think too much about that stuff, or at least I try not to. But yeah. The very world of Monstro and the layout of his insides is just weird in general, so let's just not dwell on it. Hopefully, we'll just, you know, we'll just leave it at that. Sora, get it together, man. I'm sure they're fine. So yeah, following that, we're back at Agrabah. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a, I think, a gamble. Maybe not so much the first time, at least. No way, not in a million years. Donald, our magic is better than yours way much in Kingdom Hearts 2, so much so I would say. But then again, magic isn't very well defined in Kingdom Hearts, so let's not argue about it, shall we? Let's stay friends. No, let's not go see Merlin. There's not really much to say about Merlin. Oh, the tournament! Coliseum! Totally. I will totally do that another time. We gotta go here, so we gotta go past Monstro, so anything could happen. Let's hope it works out for us, shall we? Let's just go for it. Pretty sure if we do end up... right, what am I doing? Pretty sure if we do end up dealing with Monstro, then we can just leave him and go straight on to the next world anyway, so I don't think there's too much to worry about. So, as long as we're on a gummy ship path, with nothing much going on, what shall we talk about? What shall I talk about, rather? Because I'm the video guy here, and you guys can't talk back currently, but you will do so in the comments. Anything specifically to discuss that's currently happening? There is a Kingdom Hearts game coming out for the Android, or whatever. Like, I'm not really too big on mobile gaming as a whole, and now they're making Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key for Android and OS, which is basically Kingdom Hearts Key, that Japanese web browser game that retold the events of the Keyblade War via Fairy Tale, card game, turn-based lore system, I don't know. I've said before, I think, at least in comments, I'm not sure if I've ever said this in a video, but I've said before that I'm not really a big fan of Kingdom Hearts Key, like the concept of it. The very idea of the Keyblade War, the setting of it, the build-up for it, the sheer amount of potential that's in it. Like, I feel like it could be so much more than a silly little cartoony, chibi, you know, whack 'em, hit 'em, like, fairy tale. I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is that this is a war we're talking about. A Keyblade War. Like hundreds, literally hundreds of people died because of this massive battle, which, as Xehanort's reports indicate, were over everything from light to darkness to just plain power. Like, everybody had a hand in the war in their own way, their own motivations, and screw you, Monstro. And yet Kingdom Hearts Key sort of throws in all of this new stuff about foretellers and just different lucks and other things, and there's a lot of new concepts in it, and a lot of very childish concepts in it as well, like really, like, I don't know, kind of airy fairy tale stuff, which isn't exactly out of place for the series, but at the same time it does come out of left field quite a bit. Like, I'm having a hard time, like, what would the word be? I'm having a hard time kind of, oh, Geppetto, you forgot your goldfish bowl, and your bed, and your things, and everything, really. Huh, anyway. I'm still just having a hard time resonating, resonating the Kingdom Hearts series with Kingdom Hearts Key, trying to fit it all in together. It doesn't really work for me. I can't really explain it. It's just... Anyway, that said, Kingdom Hearts Key is what we've got. I don't feel like it's the best way to tackle the Keyblade War, because it just doesn't feel like it will be as serious as it should be, or handled as well as it could be, or dealt with dealing with its potential as much as it really ought to, or at least has the potential to, or opportunity to. But nonetheless, it's what we got. We got to just deal with what we got, and I'm fine with that. I'm very willing to play Unchained Key. I don't really have... I do kind of have an Android phone, so I guess I could get it, and I'll try for it, but... I don't know. Maybe I'll talk more about it when I've actually played it and see what it's like. And I'm curious to see what they have for it, because it does have some good ideas in it, I think. But in the meantime, let's go to Atlantica. One Kingdom Hearts game at a time, eh? Okay guys, prepare for landing. Land? Where? In the sea? We'll drown. This world is entirely underwater. It's not the sequel yet. When we get to Kingdom Hearts 2, there will be land, but we'll, you know, for now we gotta focus on the underwater part, right? So does Atlantica, like, grow land in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2? I shouldn't mock it. I'm one of those guys who, like, doesn't like it when people mock the series for silly inconsistencies like that, but I can't help it. It's not very professionally done, eh? Come on, Kingdom Hearts, you can do better than that. You think Atlantica will return in Kingdom Hearts 3? I know a lot of people who very much hope it wouldn't, because, well, Atlantica's had its share of problems in both its appearances thus far. Well, not including Chain of Memories. Though in Chain of Memories we didn't have the underwater system in the first place.
Come on, Sebastian.
Ariel, wait! Slow down! Don't leave me behind!
Gosh, I love Sebastian's voice. And the name Sebastian, it's a good name. Quite an exotic name.
Oh, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them. Right,
What
Thunder?
is it?
I don't know.
What is it with people thinking these guys are heartless? Where does the comparison even begin?
They do seem a little different.
You guys wouldn't happen to be mindless monsters that attack people for their hearts, would you?
Far away. And we're not really used to these waters,
Smooth.
Oh, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you how we swim around here.
But he's a crab.
Ariel! King Triton will not like this!
Oh, don't worry.
He's a crab. He's like the only one that doesn't swim. Okay. This is the issue I have with Kingdom Hearts 1's like underwater swimming controls. At least we get free reign of the camera, but we have to give up our circle and square buttons, so no jumping or rolling or blocking at all in this world. So where did Flounder go? Where did that rascally scamp fish go? Oi. So we're playing a little bit of tag with Flounder while we get used to these controls. I'm not a fan of the controls, as I just said. You might probably have been able to guess. They're simple enough, easy enough to use, but it makes combat quite tedious and annoying. And on top of that, this music, I love Under the Sea, believe me, I love the song, but like hearing it again and again, really great. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter, take it from me. It's very nice though. It's nice, just, you know, when you hear it again and again, you don't like it as much, and that's something that sucks because I really like it, you know?
Good job!
Ah well.
Now let's move on to self-defense.
Sebastian!
Yeah?
Self-defense, yes. Now's a good time. Eh?
Class is over. Good luck.
Oh, okay, one of those improv classes. Sort of swim or sink situations. Quite literally. Actually, more like swim or float, because if you died underwater, well, you wouldn't really sink. You'd... Let's not overthink this. We've got Heartless to kill. Gosh, I'm just always going off on a tangent. Alright, that was fun. Hey guys. See that? We're pretty awesome, aren't we? Although, if Sebastian had actually given us that lesson on self-defense, what would he actually have taught us? You swing your lobster claw like this, and you chop it like this. You don't have lobster? What do you mean you don't have lobster claws? Wait, do we talk to Ariel or hit that thing? Apparently we don't talk to Ariel, because... Oh no, wait, we do. Nice job. Yeah, sure. You know. Darn it. Hitting it might open it. Well, I keep trying to, but... There we go. Sora really wants to hit Ariel for some reason. Oh my gosh, a save point! Look guys, it's a save point! In a clam! Where's Admiral Akbar when you need him? We better head back right away. Why? To protect the palace? To protect the guy who has that weapon that can literally do anything? Like, seriously, just anything he wants. We need your help. I don't know, you seem to have done well so far. And what's even more interesting is now Ariel can join our party, so yeah, you can replace Donald, why not? Donald's criticizing our magic, so we'll be done with him for a while. Besides, Ariel's a healer, so she can cover that. Yeah. The fact that Ariel's a party member means she can defend herself, which is a very good step up from the film, I gotta say. Not that she was useless in the film, she actually did quite a bit. And I do like the film, and I do like Ariel, but yeah. It's just curious that she, like, needs our help to defend her, when she's actually quite capable of defending herself. Another thing is, you can go that way to get to the Undersea Valley, but the Trident is pointing to go in this direction, Trident markers on the wall. And you also end up in the Undersea Valley, so hey, check that out, we go to the same place either way. Well, isn't that dandy? That is probably the dullest world title card yet. Anyway, I gotta say, this is an interesting world, and I do like it. And I was disappointed in Kingdom Hearts 2 when it reduced it to being a bunch of musical stuff instead of levels. What's really most annoying though is that in Kingdom Hearts 2 they actually brushed up on the swimming controls. So, like, swimming was a lot better. You had a lot more maneuvers and things, and even just controlling was easier because you got your circle and square back. You use the right stick to move up and down. I thought that was a really good idea, but then you never need to use it because you never actually swim in the game. Like, you have 2 areas to go between. The rest of the level, the rest of the world is just, like, I don't know, were Square Enix like just not quite sure what to do with their ideas, or I don't know. Still, they did something unique with the world, and I don't hold that against them. And I am one of the few people who's actually alright with the way Atlantica was done in Kingdom Hearts 2. You heard that right, I'm not ashamed of it. But, yeah. Certainly, it did mean I didn't have to deal with a lot of the annoying things that you got to deal with in this, which is, just in general, some of the, clumsiness, I think, I would say is the best word, of controls. For the most part, the only Heartless we have to fight right now are these guys, and they're not anything too special. They do drop some good items, which you need for a couple of things in Synthesis. I'm not a fan of coming here to grind, I gotta say, I'm really not. But, you know. I'm trying to think of a quote from the film, just to round that off and maybe unawkward things, because this entire part I think has been a bit awkward. It is good to be back though, I am quite happy to be back doing the playthrough again. Okay. Oops. Oh dear. There we go. See, you see what I mean by, what was it? Clumsiness, did I say? I think I did. Let's zap him. Yes, fire and lightning underwater, what a good idea. But it's magic, so don't question it. It's just magic. That is actually what I like most about magic. When people like ask something like in Harry Potter, how does that work? You can just say magic, and that's a legitimate explanation. It's a legitimate answer to that. It's kind of cool watching Sora fight with his Keyblade underwater. He's got all those moves to lay out, and he kind of gets the hang of swimming quite easily, but at the same time, doesn't really save him from Triton's wrath. But we'll get to Triton later on. Honestly, we just got through Monstro, but I feel like this is going to be the more tedious world to get through. I do like The Little Mermaid as a film. I think it has flaws, issues, but a lot of them, I don't consider them to be as bad as I used to, actually. And it's still a classic. It's not one I grew up with or anything, but, oh, fish. Yeah. I'll show you. Alright, let's get on with it, because we can't waste too much time here. It's annoying. No one wants to, you know, have to deal with all these repetitive tasks. Those magic orbs always look like bubbles to me. Like, they look a bit different than bubbles if you look at them really close up, but they still look like bubbles. And you know what? That's quite appropriate for this world. That just seriously led me around in a circle. There was no point to that path. Whoops, what have I done? Where have I gone? Where's this? This is calm depths. Well, these aren't calm at all. There's Heartless here. Get lost. Come on, usurpers. Usurpers, all of you. Terrorists. Traitors. Monsters. Evildoers. Shenanigan workers. This world seems to end up being kind of repetitive from time to time. Not that it's a bad world. Just... Oh, here we go. This is the current. There you go. You got really edgy way around it. That is kind of fun, the current. Like, there are disadvantages to it, but and annoyances about it. But I quite like the risky, the risk element to the whole current part of this world. This is just a nuisance. If you fight these guys, you'll get pushed up by the current, and if you get pushed up by the current, you might end up floating up through that hole. And if you end up floating up through that hole, you have to leave the area, and then you have to come all the way back and work your way back around, and you'll probably have to fight the same Heartless again when you get back here. It's a nuisance. It's painful. So, yeah. It's a good thing I had enough experience to know better. or this playthrough would be a whole lot longer. Ouch. Oh, this is interesting. So we recently got the magic stop, right? You gotta cast stop on this guy. And he gives you a lot of magic, which is good because stop uses up a lot of magic. You cast stop magic on this guy, and he will also give you a lot of magic. There's one more, I believe. There are 2 areas where this happens. And then once you use stop on this guy, he also gives you magic. And then a new challenger approaches. You want to cast stop on him, and you got to attack him as much as possible, which is just not going to work out here in this place. And you got to try and attack him as much as possible before the stop wears off. And when you do, you get a bunch of experience and items. You really got to hit him like 50 times or so to get some rare items that you actually kind of need for synthesizing certain important or very effective items as well. So it's a bit of a nuisance, excuse me, Ariel. Just be aware of that enemy type. It's another new one added to the final mix, and honestly, I'm not a fan of that one. So some people may be wondering, probably not, but you may be wondering why my video making process is so slow. And you're probably thinking, well, yeah, you've got things to do, don't you, Jack? You've got things going on, and that's true. I can't make videos while I'm at university, or at least caught up with important stuff at university, or if I do get a job, then I'll have jobs to do and stuff. That might also take time. But really, the issue is I don't live alone, and I don't like recording footage for my videos, for my YouTube channel, when there's people around. I'm just shy that way. So as a result, come on. So as I was saying, as a result, I only make videos on the rare instances where I'm left home alone, or at least record footage for those videos. Maybe if there's one other person in the house and they're at another point in the house, but it's something I really should get over. You know, just move on. But don't wait for that to happen too long. I'm afraid that's not too likely to happen soon. So you get the point, I guess. These Right, let's just move on. I don't want to waste too much more time. We are getting on with this playthrough part. Should really wrap it up soon. It's been a long one. It's been good to get back and move on with the playthrough. Oh, I like this enemy. Like, if nothing else for design. I just think these guys look really cool. So, Ariel, excuse me, please. What are they called? The scuba drivers? I don't know. Something like that. They got like torpedoes for heads. I mean, come on, torpedoes for heads? Isn't that cool? Where are the enemies?
See ya.
There we go. Lots of cottages. If I remember right, you get quite a lot of cottages in the game. Oops. You do want to collect like potions and high potions and stuff, because if you ever want to give them to Donald and Goofy, they get worn out really quickly. So it's good to make sure you're ready for that. There we are, Mithril shards. Mithril shards everywhere you look. And another trinity that we can't get to taunt us for not being good enough or not having made it that far in the game yet. How cruel. Kingdom Hearts, you wound us. Oh, but I think these guys also want to, yeah, they want to wound us more. Bad jokes. I gotta say, the last Kingdom Hearts game I was playing was Kingdom Hearts 2.5, so... Well, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I played a bit of Birth by Sleep Final Mix on 2.5, but I've not actually like bothered to even get through one story yet. I really want to do that. But yeah, to go from Kingdom Hearts 2's Final Mix's smooth, really awesome controls, and then to come here where things are a lot clunkier and slower and clumsier, and then to go into the underwater level, yeah, it's a step back.
That was too close.
Nice one. Zip zap. Triton attack.
As long as I have my Triton, I will not tolerate those creatures inside this palace.
Well, I've got some bad news for you, mate. Comes with a tasty helping of foreshadowing.
Oh, Ariel, when will you listen? It's dangerous out there. Strange creatures lurk outside.
Is he talking about us? We're right here.
Behold, you swim before the ruler of the seas.
And father of the year.
King Triton.
Best father ever.
Who are they?
They helped us fight off those creatures.
We are pretty awesome.
They don't look familiar.
We are pretty
We're from an ocean
awesome.
very far away.
Because we're awesome.
We came behind the keyhole.
The what?
What's that?
Well,
It's a keyhole.
There's no such thing. Certainly not here.
But Daddy...
You don't have locks in Atlantica?
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear?
What a father. Is the palace really entirely safe? I mean, I get the throne room safe because Triton's there. He's right there and he's got his trident, you know. But
Perhaps I'm being too strict. I'm just concerned for her
I
safety.
love that he says don't leave the palace and Ariel immediately leaves the palace. And he just sits there and watches.
But I must admit, now I'm quite curious about this keyhole. That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have you anything to report?
Just as you suspected, Your Majesty. They seem to be coming from Ursula's grotto.
I knew it. That sea witch is up to no good again. A sea exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please.
Triton, you're the one who watched her swim away while Sebastian hung around. You didn't say anything before? Like, it's not entirely Sebastian's fault. Poor Sebastian, seriously. Alright, so we're supposed to leave this place, but let's go back to Triton's throne. Like, actually, there's the palace right there. We just left the palace. You know, it's annoying, because Atlantica's got a lot to it and stuff. Hey, we're back. You want to bring Sebastian with us, because he's supposed to be keeping an eye on Ariel, you know? Let's break continuity, eh? Yeah, we, totally. We're just, you know, going easy on the waters, because we don't want to be, we don't want to show off all our skills, because it might make everybody a bit jealous. She's right there, Sebastian. Rude people. Alright, let's get this. There we go. This area over here, actually, what's it called again? Oops. Triton's Palace. This area is called Triton's Palace. This area right here. There are Heartless here. So Triton tells us, don't leave the palace, but this area of the palace, which kind of looks like a courtyard, very cool courtyard I have to say, is swarming with Heartless. Triton, sleeping on the job. That's the problem with you always sitting on that chair and doing nothing all day. Still, he does more than Yen Sid. Gotta give him credit for that. Right then. I think I've blethered enough. Let's end this part here. So thank you very much for watching the video. I'm Jack, and I'll be back.